my name is Carmella Neal. I'm 17 and I have a few poems to share with you today. This first one is called Lineage. Dad's mother's family has a short lineage. The furthest back it goes is to a man named Jacques Congo. I told my friends my ancestors were from Congo before I knew the claim rested on a last name. Jacques was left only on a pay stub. He had no library or tombstone engraving or sickly stock. Could one imagine the crushed spirit of Dad? Dad's father's side had quite the description of a contextual ancestor. My greatest grandfather was named Slave, male, healthy. And so he existed in Virginia and was clearly taken. Dad told me, "We are the most American Americans there can be. We are no immigrants. There are no Italians, Irishmen, or Germans of Dad's great lineage. No fathers of mine waltzed and checked in. They will never be naturalized. They didn't even see Ellis. We have a shadowy past." He looks in his bottle while telling me, reflective on the glass, "Out of the free and the owned, we were owned, so tell me, who owns what we were?" Congo. He was a clean slate, American made and American owned. Dad, you are American made and American owned. God, I am American made and American owned. Dad, our citizen cards are held scattered, classified as remains, the price tags salvaged from burnt homes, eliminated and laminated on the coast of Africa and New Jersey. We hold no reign on the night that led us, that took us. And yet we are the night. As our brothers sleep, we rise and see ourselves in only black. In black, we are nothing. We are blacker than the night that we are. Who were they? I ache for their names. Being young has its heartaches and agitations, and this poem is about being 17, and it's called 17. Being 17 is like having an earworm chanting grateful hymns into your inaccessible conscious, like tapping a shoe on the cement ground and hearing no response at all. The unspoken right to nothing and a promise never to be equal. While adults may never eat their words, like I do, I ate my tongue. I like to dream that they may crack like abandoned teacups and sheds painted once over. I like to dream that they will bend backwards to redeem the time they wasted yelling, scalding as they scold me. I, the brass figure they put on this earth's surface, every day more purposeless. When they talk at me in my walls, I corrode. They created me unknowingly fragile, expectant of an infallible metal. Now I wash away in any river I can find, upstream to places they'll never dare go because they've trapped themselves. But when will it be? Most days, death seems sooner than that roll of water, filling serpent, molded gold. I could drown before reaching such places. Places that don't rise out of my tarnished mirrors and etched floorboards. Will I make it to the river, or will I die forever young? This next poem I wrote was inspired by the tragedy and disappointment of the past 2 weeks. It's called Radio Gaga. I heard a woman screaming when I turned the corner. She held a child, a colt, in her scarred arms as she watched the television. Every radio downtown was either broken, burned, or misused in a dump lot. So she had no choice but to see. Both of them in torment over the broken bodies and ghosts of people allowed to do whatever they felt, to steal back a rotting root that had already been shoveled. I wanted to take her in my arms and be her mother for the day. But I held meters in distance as her infant lay alarmingly still in her grasp, looking stunned and like a dried-up raisin, with no means or economy to declare words, conquer syllables, and exchange the images of gray and red for anything else. When the sirens wailed a few blocks down, I decided to do what any child has to do, stand there with her, with them, and watch in mutual horror. My last poem to share with you today is written in and is about isolation. It's called I Finally Met My Room. I noticed there is a green light that flickers on and off on the smoke detector, cornered on the ceiling. We are not friends. He is a guard for fires, keeping my flame, and still he flashes like a lighthouse, a channel of life, presence. My radio is a friend, possibly because she drowns out my possibility of thought. Classical, forgotten jazz hits from hell screech to serenade the drowning nights. The mattress has died beneath me and decays into itself like quicksand for any rest I claimed. Its triumph after death will be the swallowing of me. My head hollowed, eyes glaring gray at the watercolored popcorn mess of a ceiling showing no angels tonight. Thank you.